So we always want, if we think of the inequality signs as being arrowheads, we always want them pointing to the left, because that's the way the number line works. So if we read this from right to left in the other direction, then that's going to say that x is, it's going to say minus 6 less than x and x less than minus 5. So the first thing to do when the arrowheads are facing to the right is recopy this so that they're facing to the left. So that means first comes the minus 6, then comes that arrowhead, then comes the x, then comes that arrowhead, and then comes this. And now that makes sense. It means that x is between minus 5 and minus 6 on the number line, right? And as we said, if we have an equal to with an extra line here, that means we use the straight line of the bracket, but we don't have, well, we're looking at this right now. We don't have that. So that means we're going to strictly use parentheses. And if we draw the number line, it means we're going to have 0 and then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. And that means we're going to use this one going through minus 6 and this one going through minus 5. And it means the so-called correct answers to this are right there. They're greater, right? This says it's, if we read it in this direction, it says it's greater than minus 6, meaning what? It's to the right of minus 6. All these guys are to the right of minus 6, right? And this says it's less than minus 5, meaning it's to the left of minus 5. And sure enough, all these guys right here are to the left of minus 5. So now, how do you write it? Pretty obvious that we have two parentheses. And first comes this, and then the comma, and then comes that. So how you're going to write the interval notation pretty much requires you to rewrite this up here in the other direction so that you get these guys correct. Which one goes on the left, which one goes on the right. If you try to write it from here, you're going to be backwards. You're never going to have minus 5 to the left and minus 6 to the right. It's always going to be like this. So arrowheads always facing left, and if they're not that way, get them that way first before you try this stuff down here.